Okay, let's see if everything is working as intended. Let's wait for YouTube. Okay, it seems to be working fine. Let's hope it stays that way. I haven't streamed for a while. I had some other stuff to do, so yeah, hopefully everything goes smoothly today. And yeah, without further ado, we can create a new asset, which we're gonna call the Tomb of Arkhanis. Okay, let's save it, and then let's just create our starting hierarchy. So let's use our control node, and then maybe we can also create, oops, we can create another child node, which we're gonna call the base. And then let's also create a new VXM, which we're gonna start off with, and then we're also gonna have to load our palette. Oops, that's a little bit too far up the folder hierarchy, but all right, we have it now. So yeah, basically I think I would like to create some building blocks right now, so we can just kind of lay out the initial layout. So I think we're gonna need some pillars. Let's create a large pillar, and this one, let's see, I guess we can have that centered, and then we're gonna have to make it taller, of course, so we can maybe work with the like a reduced scale for now. So maybe let's just use 128, so it's 4 times as tall as its base. And then let's use perhaps this gray, oops, go away Java updater. We can use that gray as like kind of our default color right there. I guess we could use the full scale, right? Because just so we have our placements right, and then we can downscale them later when we want to do some details. So let's create a child node. We're gonna call this one pillar. Let's also enumerate it with 0. So now let's put this one right here. And then I guess we can just duplicate it a couple of times. So pillar 1, duplicate again, pillar 2, and then the last one, pillar 3, not 34 but 3. All right, and then I think we can just offset each of them by like 128. So let me just do some quick design in Paint in a moment, just to kind of grasp the whole size of our project. So that's 128. Let's pick this one, 120. Oh, okay, got it. And then this one as well, so 128, perfect. So these are gonna be kind of like the pillars around it. And then let me just open the Paint for a brief moment. So let's see, we have, oh, not drawing the the straightest line today, but basically we have this 256, which is kind of the distance between the centers of the pillars, and then each of the pillars is 2 by 2 blocks, so we have another 32 here, and then another 32 on the other side, because the pivot point is centered, right? So 32 here as well. I guess we could have made them a little bit smaller, but this is gonna be kind of 10 by 10. let's hope the size isn't too problematic. So I guess we're just gonna go with that for now. And then, and also it's gonna be a little bit larger later on. We're gonna add some details, so there's that. And then I think we can start working on a base for a moment. Let's see, we could make it like 3 by 3. Could even make it 4 by 4. Let's start by making it 4 by 4 and we'll see how that goes. So 128 by 128, and then let's upscale it a little bit, so maybe 2 blocks, and then boom. And then also let's move the pivot point to the center again, so it needs to go to 64, and then 64 in this direction as well. So perfect. Okay, got it. So let's save this now, and let's attach our model to the parent node, so like this. Perfect. Actually, yeah, I guess it's gonna be a little bit annoying, but not too big of a problem. Let's see, this one is gonna be pillar diagonal, and you're gonna see what we're gonna do with it in a moment. But this one will have to be, oh, shut up, Avast. We're gonna make it a little bit narrower, so maybe this can be 48, like so. And then we're also gonna have to adjust the pivot point. Oh, come on, what's up with all of these notifications today? Can we set it to do not disturb, focus assist, priority only? Okay, let's hope we have some silence now. So that's 24, and then let's see, I think we need to move it all the way to 64 here. We're gonna try to do something with this, we'll see how it goes. So let's go to our pillar 0, which is on that side actually. Then let's create a child node, which is gonna be P pillar diagonal 0, I guess. Can work with that. Let's see where it is. So gonna have to rotate it around a little bit so it's oriented the right way, and then let's drag it upwards. Let's see, where do we want it? Okay, and then we need to rotate this around like so, and then let's just maybe, so this is to 56, maybe we can move it downwards a little bit, so maybe like 1 block, which would be 32, so 224, right? 2, 2, and 4. All right, and then let's drag it to the left a little bit, so it's sticking out right now. And if we rotate it now, something like this, I think that's something that we would like to have. And then maybe we can just correct it a little bit so it kind of intersects here a little bit closer inwards, like so, just so we don't go across this line perhaps. So that can be our start, and then we're gonna have to duplicate it and nest it to all of the other nodes as well. So let's quickly do that. So duplicate PD1, drag it here. Oh, and these aren't, okay, so because these models aren't rotated, we're gonna have to do that in a moment. So let's duplicate it again, PD2 goes here, And then let's duplicate it one more time into PD3 and attach it here. Okay, now you can see that these aren't rotated, so we're gonna have to adjust that as well. So let's rotate this one by 90 degrees. This one is gonna probably have to rotate by 180, right? So boom. And then the last one here, 270. Perfect. So we got something like that. So basically for this build I'm just trying to experiment a little bit with some diagonal stuff, what we can do with it. Okay, so we're probably gonna need something to connect the base to the pillars as well. And also, yeah, okay, so the height of this right now is the height of a humanoid template, so just keep that in mind. And we can make this a little bit taller as well. Just gonna add a couple of details, so maybe let's downscale it a little bit. And then let's try making it like so. Oh, that's definitely not symmetric, so we need another row here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay. We can turn on the mirrors. Well, we don't really need them anymore. Maybe we can just make it 4 voxels on each side. And then let's just boom, 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 build it all the way up. Awesome, and then I think we need to upscale it twice, right? Just so it matches the size of the rest of our stuff. Perfect. Then what I wanted to do here would be kind of like a little floating thingy, and then maybe some spikes as well. So maybe we can try modeling that a little bit. Let's see. Let's downscale again, so it's a little bit easier to work with. And then now it's basically at the same height with the other pillars when we upscale it. So let's see, how do we want to do that? So that's a 4 by 4, right? That's a square. And then let's try making it here as well. Okay, now it's 5 by 4. Like so, we can just keep it symmetric. Something like this perhaps for the start. And then let's do something similar on the other side as well. So for here, then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. And then I think we want to go like this, right? And then 2 up. So we are here. Then 3, 3, and then 2, 2, oops, and then 1. Okay, perfect. Let's upscale it back again, and then let's see what this looks like. I think we might want to make them a little bit taller, actually. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then I think these might be a little bit too rounded or something like that. So let's try a little bit new design. So something like that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like so. And then we have 2, 2, 2, 2, something like that. I think it already looks much better, or much more like what I have envisioned. So let's see, 4 again. So just trying to make some inward slope. So maybe something like this, like that. Yeah, this might be it. Let's see, a little bit further. Okay. Yeah, this kind of looks like something that I want to have. So I guess let's try mirroring this design onto the other side as well. So here we should have 8, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 2. And also let's erase a little bit here. Okay. 2. 2 again. Then 2 again. And then after the first one, it also starts sloping inwards, like so. And let's see one here, like that. So we do it 1, 2, 3 times, and then just let's make it narrow. Boom, boom, then the last one. Okay, I think this should be symmetric, right? Okay, let's save it. Oh, and we forgot to upscale. Like that. Perfect. So let me just see something. Where did my phone go? Okay. Yeah, we're back again. So yeah, we're probably gonna have something inside here. And then let's see, how do we want to connect these together? So we might use just some kind of pillar. Let's see, pillar ground. That's a little bit weird name, but I think we can work with that. So let's minimize this, and then let's create a child node, which is gonna be pil ground. Let's see, how do we want to do that? I think first we need to move the pivot point to the center, so it's 128, then 32, 32, perfect. And then let's rotate it like that, 90 degrees. And then let's duplicate it, pil ground 1. I think we want to rename this one into 0, like so. And then let's rotate this one by 90 degrees again. Oh, okay, gotcha. So just something like that. And then I think we can make it a little bit narrower and then a little bit shorter as well. So let's reduce this to 32. And now in this case, I think we want to flip it around so it's above the ground again. And then as far as the width is concerned, we can just keep the mirror. And then let's erase a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want to cut more? 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe something like that. Then just trim the volume. Okay, perfect. So that's something. And then let's see what can we also add to this. I think I'd like to have some spikes on the top as well, but right now I'm just mostly thinking about the sides, or maybe we could have we could have some diagonally shaped stuff also here. So that's what I'm thinking about a little bit. So I guess we can, let's see, duplicate this and name it, I guess we can call it fan side long, I don't know. Fan side L. And this one is gonna be, what is it gonna be? Let's try 32 by 32 and then 128 and just something like that. And then let's move the pivot point to the center, so it's at 16 and then 16 as well. Okay, perfect. And then let's move this to 64. All right, like that. Okay, and I have just edited the wrong thing. Well, wait, we want to use these, right? Okay, these aren't broken. That's annoying. Let's see. So this one needs to be renamed, right? So let's rename this one, and then let's also rename this into pillar diag. Okay. So okay, and then let's create the child node. Fans side 0, I guess. Something that we can try to work with. And then let's see if we move it to, like, I don't know, 112 and 112. Well, that's okay. And it looks quite short actually, so we might have to do something about that as well. But if we do it at 45 degrees, let's see, something like that. That would be interesting. I'm just thinking if it would be easier if we were to make, let's see, so if we were to make it 160 by 160, then let's just downscale it a bit. That's the wrong mirror, right? We actually want it this way. Okay, and let's turn on the nice lines so we can see a little bit better what's going on. Perfect, and then we can also just center our pivot point to 20 and 20. And then maybe we can just, yeah, it's already in the middle right here. So now when we upscale it, this is kind of what it looks like. Actually not that big of a fan, so maybe let's let's get rid of that extra stuff that we've made. So downscale again and erase and erase. Okay, what we could keep though would be the center point that could be interesting. So if we go back and we reset the rotation, or just make it perpendicular to one of the axes, and then let's move this to 0, and then 0 on this side again. Okay, so the height of it can be maybe 32. Then let's rotate it by 45 degrees. Okay, so now when we move the pivot point, it should be just moved outwards. Yeah, it should just move the model outwards like that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think we got it. So let's just check. Maybe 96 can work. And also I think we can make it a little bit taller just so that the player can jump over it. So maybe if we were to move this to 48, it should hopefully work. So like that, and then let's actually we can make some details on here as well. I don't think we really want the players to jump inside, so we could either do some, yeah, I think from the efficiency perspective it would be easiest to do just to nest multiple models to this one, not just making a separate, or not just modeling it and then doing the details for each one of them. You'll see in a moment what I was rambling about. So I don't know, fans detail 0, I guess what we're gonna call it. So let's move here, and let's see, this is 32, so that one might be like 64 voxels tall. And then as far as the width is concerned, I think it should be maximum 16. And the other one could be maybe 48. We'll see what it looks like. So okay, so this is fixed now. Then let's try centering this as well. So this should go to 32. Maybe let's move it closer here so we can see a little bit better. So 32, and then let's move this to 24, so it's in the middle, and then this one to 8. Okay, and then maybe we can just use a little bit darker shade of gray, like so. Okay, just so we can distinguish it a little bit easier here. And then fans detail 0, or maybe fans 0 detail 0, something like that. And yeah, these are gonna have to be pulled over, rotated. Wait, what? What's with the weird rotation? Oh, it's probably because it's offset a little bit. Okay. Let's see. This is at 0, so it should be aligned vertically, or I mean this bottom part should be the same height as the top one. And now let's try experimenting a little bit with the placement. So let's duplicate this, F0, D1, and that can be moved to 48, like so. And then let's duplicate it again, F0, D2. Looks like we're naming some robot from Star Wars. And then 48 on this side as well. Right, it's at 48, okay, perfect. Now we just kind of need to figure out what we want to do with them. We could even rotate them, that might be cool. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Something like that, perhaps. But in that case, I think we might want to make them a little bit longer, just so they're kind of sticking into the ground. So let's see here. Like that. Let's see. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And then if we flip it around, let's just give ourselves some space here to work on the top. And maybe we can downscale it a little bit just to make it easier for ourselves. Let's see what this would look like. Just some simple diagonal. It does kind of look interesting. Yeah, I don't think we want to make it like too tall, because otherwise we aren't gonna see the middle part, but it's still gonna be pretty large for the humanoids when they come near. So I think we can just duplicate this and rotate it to the other part. So let's duplicate fence side 1, then rotate it here to 315. Then let's duplicate again, fence side 2. This one will have to be like what? 270 minus 45 is 225, right? Like that. And then the last one, fence side 3. We're gonna rotate it around. I think this should be right. Okay. And then maybe we can just export it to the marketplace and check it out in the game maker to kind of grasp the full size of it, because it's gonna be pretty huge, I think. So let's wait for the Vox edit to export it. And yeah. Okay, apparently I need to sign in. Oh shoot. I don't have the correct login info saved here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to actually check it out, so sorry about that. Gonna have to fix it off stream. And then I think that now that we have these parts, we don't really need this cross down here, so we can maybe get rid of these two nodes and then also of one of the models, so pillar ground can be removed. So just keeping everything nice and tidy. And then I was thinking about doing something similar to those on these pillars as well, so it would kind of go like to that direction, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out what that would look like or how that would work. So let's see, pill diag detail. Guess that's just what I'm gonna call them after I take a sip of water. Cheers. Let's see. So this one is gonna have to be quite longer. So let's try to 6, which is basically the maximum length. And then this can be like 16 by 16. Okay, perfect. And then I think I would like to put it to 0 and then 8 and 8, just so it's all centered nicely. And then let's try creating some child nodes. So this one is gonna be pillar 1 diagonal PD1 detail 1 detail 0, something like that. I don't know. And now with this one, oops, let's move it inwards to maybe -20, and then let's try rotating it outwards. Yeah, so that's kind of what I had in mind. Let's see, maybe a little bit further, but now it's sticking out of the ground, so let's see. Let's move it to 16, and then let's move it by 10 to the side. Let's see what it's gonna look like now. So just something like that. And then, yeah, sure. So let's duplicate it onto the other side. PD1D1. And then let's drag this over to here. Let's rotate it. So 4. And then this one also for 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And then I think I'd like to do something similar, a little bit lower. So I guess I could just duplicate this, right? So let's rename this one PD1D2. And we're gonna need to remove the rotation and just move it downwards by like 64 maybe. I just try what that's gonna look like. 64, then 3. So if you put it to 4, it's like oh my gosh, what's the word? Oh, it's parallel actually. Oh my god, couldn't remember that. Or we could use it like a slightly lower angle, which I think I kind of prefer here. but also I would like to move it even further down. So let's move it to 96. And then let's rotate it right now, like so. And then let's do something similar to the other side. So let's duplicate this node, PD1D3. I'm gonna unrotate it, like so. And then let's move this to 10. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so we got that. And now we're just gonna have to, well, I think before we duplicate this stuff, because it's gonna be faster than doing it manually, I think we can just add like a final little detail here on the top, just some kind of a spike going inwards perhaps. So one option would be to create child node, P1 top detail, something like that. And we can just use the fence detail for starters, just to kind of see how it fits together. So that one would need to be rotated like so. And then actually let's get rid of all of the rotation. And that one is gonna have to, yeah, maybe it's easier if we just create a separate model. So pillar detail top, like that. Let's just drag that here. We can't see any difference right now because it's still the same model actually. But now I think we can increase the width to maybe 32. And then let's use this color instead. And then just boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're getting there. I was worried we were just coloring it in. And now also I think I'd like to move the pivot point to 100 and then 48, I guess, just so it's here. And then we also need to center it by moving it to 16. Perfect. So like that. And now let's readjust it back to the pillar. So move it downwards to 56, and then let's move it to the right as well. So maybe it can be like at 16. And then let's just rotate it inwards to 145 maybe, something like that. And then we can maybe make a little bit steeper inclination here. So reduce the volume, reduce it again, turn on the nice lines. And then I think we can maybe just leave the 2, so 2 by 1 basically staircase, like so, boom, and then like that. And now let's try upscaling it. Yeah, we could even make it a little bit more, so 1 by 3 perhaps, so like this, like that, 3, and then 3 again. Let's see what this would look like. Yeah, I think this looks kind of nice. And then maybe we could just put it to 150, so it kind of looks from the side like it's extending this part, right? Kind of. Yeah. I think that's kind of it for our 3D design. I still need to make like a crystal or something that's gonna be in the center, but other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with what we've got. And Now I guess we're gonna have to get rid of the other pillars. So delete node, node, delete node. Just so we can duplicate this one and have them all look the same. So pillar 0, I guess, was the first one that we got rid of. Wait a second. Oh, crud. So we're gonna need to move them manually as well. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, but we're gonna manage. Okay, this is 0, and then let's see the offset 128. Like that. And then let's duplicate this one again, pillar 2, not 22, just 2. And let's rotate it all the way around, so to 70. And then let's move it to minus 128. Like that. And then let's duplicate this one last time. So pillar 2, no, pillar 3 actually. Is gonna be rotated again by 180 degrees. And then let's drag it to minus 128. 128. Okay, perfect. Okay, it's looking a little bit messy right now, but hopefully we can clean that up a little bit later on. So right, we have that. Let's save just in case. And then the one last little thing that we wanna do would be, I guess we can just call it crystal with a K, right? And then let's see, maybe we can downscale it a bit, just so we can get kind of the size. Then also we can turn on some of these mirrors to see where the center is. Yeah, we want to make a large crystal. Something like this, perhaps. Yeah, maybe something like that could work. So let's get rid of the rest of our stuff. Let's trim the volume and let's move the pivot point to the center of our object. So 6, 3, 3, perfect. And now when we upscale it, we can maybe add a little bit more details. So let's see, can do like this, like that, and we could even use the this mirror as well, just because. And then actually we want to make them thinner. Yeah, a little bit of a mistake right there. So like that. Then like this, I guess. This is kind of a shape that hopefully produces the least amount of new faces. So yeah, and then I think we need to upscale it once more. So let's try to nest it here. Crystal. And let's just minimize some stuff so we can actually find it on our skeleton. And let's drag this upwards. for like 180, so you can see it right there. And also I think I want to rotate it by 45 degrees, like so. Okay, awesome. Now the next thing I guess would be to kind of figure out our color layout. So let's see, for the base we actually have an untrimmed volume, so let's fix that real quickly. And then I think I'm gonna be using these slightly darker shades of gray, like so. So now we're kind of trying to distinguish a little bit between some stuff. So these horns or spikes, I think we could try making them some other color. Maybe let's make our volume a little bit smaller. Maybe they could be just slightly brighter. That might make sense. So let's try doing that. Like so. Then we do that here as well. Just so it's a little bit easier to distinguish them from the base. All right. And then I think we could do something similar for these pillars. So the main one would be this darker color. And then these diagonals could be slightly brighter, so this one, if I'm not mistaken, right there, and then right here as well. And then I think this diagonal should be slightly brighter as well, so something like that. Okay, maybe we can get rid of that. Okay, and now we're gonna slowly move to the best part, which is making the details right. So where should we start? That's a good question, I guess, to ask. Maybe we can start on the pillar. I mean, most of the bottom half isn't even visible, so let's see, how do we want to approach that? So I think it would be cool if it had some like red details and stuff. Let's see, maybe we can downscale it. We can get rid of the ghost. We can mirror here as well, just so we're kind of drawing on the, we're gonna draw like a symmetric image, and then we're gonna kind of get rid of the stuff that we don't need or something, because that's the plan. And let me just see, we don't want to mirror across the x-axis. So now maybe if we downscale it one more time, if we leave just some room on the top, and then let's do the same So it's 4 voxels here and then 2 voxels on each side. And now if we make this perhaps 8 voxels long, like so, then connect them. Let's see, when we upscale, then turn this off. Yeah, I think that if we start somewhere around here, it should look kind of fine. And then this top part, let's actually view it from the zoomed out perspective. Yeah, I like this shape, but I think we're gonna need to readjust its position a little bit. So let's turn this off. And then let's try, well, let's get rid of that as well. All right. Okay, and then I think another thing that would be kind of useful would be to, we need to move it downwards on the top side as well, actually. Let's not forget about that. Like so. And then another kind of nice thing that we could do would be just making some of this straight and then making the diagonal a little bit later. Like so. Okay, let's hope this works. Now we can upscale again, turn this on. Yeah, I think this might be it. So just something like that. Okay. Now let's just downscale it one time, just to make some of these diagonals look a little bit nicer. So, and then here as well. Then I think we could make a little brighter outline. Let's get rid of that. Like so. And then we're gonna leave a little bit of it, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 voxels, and then we're gonna do another dark 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's see where these two intersect. Actually, we should go from this way, right? Like so. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like this. Now let's see, this is 7. 7. And now we connect these two back. And now I'm thinking of adding a couple of red details here. So maybe this color could be used. Let's see. So we got 8 there. We got 8 here. And then I think the ones in the middle can be even a little bit longer, or we can even hint at the direction like this. And then let's see what the offset here is. It's 8. If we do another 8 and 2, and from the other side as well, let's see what's in between here. So it's 10. Might not be too bad, or we can just move them inwards slightly. So now it's 8 in between, and then let's do something similar on this side. So it's like that. Oops. Like this. Perfect. And then what we want to do here is just extending this further downwards. So maybe like that, so it's 1 voxel further down. Okay. So something like this is what I had in mind. And let's upscale, and then let's check it out here. Yeah, I guess it does look a little bit futuristic, but I kind of like it. So yeah, there's that. And then I think we can do a little outline just to make it stand out a little bit more. Right here. Just a couple more lines. Right. Then maybe we can make them look a little bit rounded. Like so. And yeah, I think it's all right if we leave that voxel in. It's like a really small thing. And then I think it would look a little bit better if we made this slightly thicker, like so. Then I was just thinking about maybe adding some lines. Let's see, how do we want to do that? So just a couple of details. Let's see, that's 5. Maybe we can do it like so. And then I don't like the diagonal one as much. Maybe just something like that. And then let's do the same thing on the top side as well. So do it like that. And then on the inner side, it's going to be difficult to have 5 because we are making our stuff symmetric, right? So maybe we can use 6 instead. So, and then we'll see what we get here. So let's see, maybe if we do again 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like this. So it's 5, 6. Yeah, maybe this can work, I guess. So let's extend this upwards. And then I'm not sure if we would rather do it like this. Actually, we could just connect them, right? So if we were to do this, and then if we do something similar at the top, and then we can just extend this a little bit further. Just some details. I guess that could work. Let's check it out. Okay. Yeah, so that's gonna be a little bit of progress on the tomb. I think I'm gonna end it for today. So thanks everybody who tuned in. Yeah, hopefully we see each other some next time. And until then, bye bye.